Fame. Much like the 80s teen musical drama with the same name, it involves a lot of dancing. And suddenly you're crying in front of a camera with your shirt off.
Putting aside the craziness, the dancing, I said to you guys the first time, is phenomenal, and it really is. The technique you guys have, the style you guys have, you guys are really good, really different. Yeah.
We've had it all. TV appearances, sold out shows, great reviews, and gross miniature dogs that could fit in designer handbags. And then fuck. The curtain came crashing down in a fiery blaze. So what happened? I could take the high road on this one, I really could. But for the sake of posterity, I'm gonna wash my hands and point some fingers. In a nutshell, not everyone in our happy family has the moral compass to cope with success. Some developed habits resulting in crushing debt and rampant allegations of violence and abuse. Really just a giant clusterfuck of legal complications. We needed a fresh start, mostly to distance ourselves from the trash fire we left behind.
We thought, okay, happiness crew in this piece, we went a little bit deeper, a bit more darkness, so we thought happiness is not really something that defines us anymore. Everybody in this company kind of has a problem with pronouncing the and then I thought maybe it's nice if on a daily basis we try to pronounce that name just to lighten up the mood. Club, Guy and Roni, like
Stop. Club Guy en Roni. Club Guy en Roni. Club Guy en Roni.
So long story short, we now have a new name and some new people. The happiness crew is gone and buried, and Club Guy and Roni is where it's at.
Yeah, that's
Ow!
The guy here using yoga as a pretext for dry humping currently goes by the name of Ray. He's in charge of the Zen, the inner peace, and massages that last a lot longer than they should. Ray briefly worked as a teacher at a yoga camp, right before it closed and a lot of stuff had to be settled in court.
Yoga guru under fire.
Pay millions in damages in harassment lawsuit.
His special brand of hot yoga is coming under fire for methods critics call less than enlightened.
And just by looking at Mr. Pansexual over here, I think you can guess what kind of don't ask, don't tell, don't remember stuff happened over there.
Yeah, this is good.
Okay.
And the girl over there receiving the private yoga session by Ray is Tanya.
I'm not from Russia.
Self-proclaimed all-American girl, like totally from Georgia, just not the one bordering Florida. And this is Thijs. He's our new composer and musical mastermind. He likes to record ambient noise for hours on end and call it music, like toilets flushing and the cries of that majestic aquatic bird called the loon. Mad Max from Peru is in charge of the percussion stuff.
Max is a very special musician.
Used to be in a flute band, kind of blends in the background. Max tends to agree with everything anyone says, and he tends to do it in Spanish.
Ja, zie je het zelf? Nee, ja, in Engels. Ja, Nederlands subsidiegeld, dat versta je wel, hè? Ja, Hollanda. Ja, Hollanda. Ik ga even lunchen, zo meteen. Ja.
And now for the old guard, the backbone of our dysfunctional family. Let's start with the man who makes a habit out of crying in bathrooms, the prodigal son, good old Nelson. After being cast out as the choreographer, Nelson returns to the fold banging drums. Nelson is a good guy, but he just can't get a break, you know? When he left, he wanted to do something that had real meaning, like make people smile. So Nelson bought a chimpanzee, called it Bert, and became a birthday clown. Now chimps may look cute, but Bern ain't too fond of things like sudden movement, eye contact, children, or the sound of the approaching sirens of law enforcement and medical services.
A chimpanzee on the run for 2 hours. Scary moments, as you can imagine.
And you are not going to believe what you are about to see.
We were freaked out because we have the kids, and it's like, I mean, what do you do to defend yourself from a chimpanzee? There's nothing you can do.
In the end, Nelson saw his life savings go apeshit crazy, throw feces, bite off fingers, and getting chased and shot by the police. We took him back in. Gave the poor traumatized soul something to do while he awaits trial. Fam is fam, right? Nelson and Brooke are still together, despite everything. She thinks Nelson just suffers from bad chakra alignment, which causes bad karma, apparently. So Nelson needs to eat a fuckload of raw kale and drink pickle and fish oil infused herbal tea every day. Gabriella used the power vacuum left after Guy's untimely departure and took over as choreographer. She was just suddenly in charge of everything, and the collective memory of that fateful day remains a little hazy.
It took me a while to understand her, but then she suddenly started communicating, and in a way that nobody else ever did.
You know, she has her face covered all the time. You can't really read her micro expressions, and it was a bit of a challenge to really understand what her fundamental goal was.
I would say a big
with this
challenge.
piece. Yeah.
She doesn't really use words to communicate, but it just works in a somewhat disturbing puppet master kind of way. Sure, you wake up screaming in the middle of the night from time to time, but her steps are insanely in sync now. Dimitri and Matilde are also still a couple. Matilde loves to organize things down to the tiniest details, and Dimitri, well, he likes to watch people when they sleep, shower, or change clothes. And he gets a thrill out of running away when he gets caught with his pants down.
I think he's doing great. Dima has an ideal body, almost ideal, but he has to practice every day to improve his technique. And you can see it. He is great.
Johnny is basically the embodiment of embarrassing sexism in a sort of 180-degree facepalm kind of way. Considers himself a feminist, thinks women are empowering, and demands to be paid 20% less and does all the cooking and cleaning, things like that. He's a dainty, conservative, and super racist lady, trapped in the body of a Mexican drag queen or something like that, I don't know. It's just very confusing.
So practical, thanks. Like that, and then again.
And this guy? That's me. Don't be scared that you're hearing my voice and not seeing me talk. That's just Hollywood movie magic.
You see?
Pretty neat, right? I'm Kevin, dancer and unreliable narrator with dangerous narcissistic tendencies.
Dum 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 ta da 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 da.
So there you have it. A bunch of painfully dysfunctional individuals united by a common drive, basking in the radiant light of attention. Our new show Tetris is already a tremendous success. Like, the best. Go see it and tell us how amazingly talented and pretty we are. Seriously though. Go. What are you waiting for? Get your ass up and out the door. There's drinks after. Come on. Get up. Don't make me beg. There's snacks. There's beer. There's tits. Nudity. Actually, there's none of that. Just get up. Why are you still watching this? It's a black screen. Go. Do something better with your life. Get up. Come see us. Come see me. Please?